Okay, we start off with the sound of explosions and the clings and clangs of weapons, sounds and battle cries echoing into a field as we zoom in to a young jackal sprinting his way through a desert pass. Start up the music.
Man, this is an awesome map.
This is very nice.
Colby, you are fleeing a active battleground between your people and the echidnas. This battle is reigning over one of the Chaos Emeralds that they have in their possession. And the last thing you remember is your father's words ringing, "It is up to you, retrieve the emerald at all costs." That being said, I will ask you to roll initiation. What is your agility rank, Colby? Oh, that was the final rule thing. So in the event that you roll the exact same initiative as somebody, I think I've decided that whoever has the higher agility goes first. Just quick, simple,
Okay.
to the
Mine's
point.
amazing.
All right, you get to go first. You have two warriors standing guard. You do notice that there are one to the right, one to the left. They are all equipped with javelins, and they order you to halt. You'll go no further.
Well then. I guess I can't go any further. Josh.
Oh, sorry, you go first. I did say that, correct?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Ugh, sorry, I'm getting used to moving this map around.
Yeah, you do see you at the top right corner, correct?
Yep. So I just had to adjust the map. With my setup, it's a little hard to do with the trackpad.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna run up. And I'm gonna strike him. With that.
Drake, do you have the chart pulled up? I do believe that is
Let me
definitely a
get that.
green.
Pull it up real quick. Alright. 56 monstrous. That is enough for a yellow.
Okay. He is going to attempt to evade. And he fails. You manage to land a direct blow. How much damage do you do?
You put monstrous 90.
Okay, so that is spectacular because we're using the alternate ranks. And with that, he is immediately knocked over into this rock, knocked clean the hell out. With fighting monstrous, you have 2 actions, I believe, or is it 3?
Should be 2. Should be 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna strike this one again.
Alright. He will also try to evade. Chart. He, with his eyes full of fear, he manages to barely slip your attack and is immediately trying to counterattack with his javelin. He will make a flash into the air and whiffs completely. These two up here on the rocks, this one is going to run along here and attempt to throw a javelin at you. And this javelin ends up landing clean into the back of his buddy in front of you. The other one attempts a throw, and that one is a yellow. So the javelin does 20 damage, and then what is a yellow on the thrown weapon chart, Drake?
Let me pull that up.
I believe is a bullseye, right?
Thrown edge or thrown? It's edge, isn't it? Since the spear.
Yeah, it's a javelin, so yeah, edge.
Stun.
Okay, so I think that would be an endurance check, right?
Wow.
I assume that's definitely a green.
Let me go back to the other one. Unearthly 46. That is a green.
All right, and then a green on a stun check is
Actually, it's a yellow. Never mind. That's a yellow. I was one off. Yep.
all right. And what's the effect on a yellow?
It says no on stun. Just no.
Okay, you are not stunned, but you take 20 damage. Top of the round, multiple actions, karma pool.
No to both.
All right.
Well, actually, you know what? I am gonna try multiple actions. I'm gonna try. I think 3. Go for 3 actions is an amazing level feat, right, Blade?
3 is amazing. Yeah, I believe. Yes, 3. Remarkable is
Okay.
2. 3 is amazing.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
All right. Now I do.
Alright.
I do things where it will be you only get the -3 to what you attempted to get multiple actions in.
That's,
Okay.
Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
that's fine.
I forget where we landed on that before, but it's just easier to me. So it is
That
your
works.
turn. You get a -3 to your fighting checks. You still have
Yes.
2 actions.
So I'm gonna apply my personal force field,
Okay. So you
and
do
then
that.
I want to. Yes. And then I want to reach out with my telekinesis and target that one. I want to try to grab him.
All right. Now the rules on the telekinesis. Did I specify those in the character creation, or were those based on the official telekinesis power?
You never specified any roles, so I was just going off the.
Yeah, then I meant
Official
for it
ones.
to go off the official.
Okay.
So you'll have to run me through some of that. Still learning the system.
Okay, well, they don't have a lot of roles for telekinesis specifically because it's pretty simple in concept. You just pretty much anything you would like to interact with the world, you instead use your telekinesis using your psyche rank instead of
Okay.
anything else.
So
So
you
if you
still
were
have
trying
to
to
roll
pick up
for it.
something, lift something, yes.
Okay.
In this case, I'm trying to grapple him.
That's definitely a yellow.
Incredible 87. Yeah, it's yellow.
Alright, and then, so it's essentially a grapple check, and a yellow is a partial hold or a full hold? Partial, right? And then red is needed
Yes.
for a full hold? Alright, you have
Yes.
him in a partial hold.
That is my turn.
Well, was that not just one?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming applying my personal force to a count is an action.
I thought we said that anything that didn't specify a turn when it came to your psionic abilities was a free action.
That's fine if you want to say that. That's perfectly fine if you want to say that. I just figured it did. But if you want to say that, I
Gotcha.
will not lick
Yeah.
the gift horse in the mouth.
As of right now, let's just assume that if it doesn't state otherwise, if it's not an actual act of attack, if it's just a status effect, it's a free action.
All right, so my final action, I'm going to try to move the grapple into a full hold.
All right. I am
Nope.
afraid you fail at that, sir. Is there a penalty for rolling a white on that, or do you just remain at partial hold?
I believe you just remain at partial.
All right. So I'm going to say that because it is a mental grapple, that he is very confused and is attempting to kind of work his way free of it. However, he is not privy to the knowledge of what is holding him, so he is going to automatically fail that check to get out of that. However, this one next to you goes for another jab. And that is a yellow with his javelin. And then on the chart, that is an edged attack. That is another stun check. However, I don't.
How much damage?
I don't believe you'll take damage because the javelins do excellent 20.
Correct. And that is what is blocked by my force field.
So he goes to stab you. The javelin itself is deflected off of your energy shield. However, do you still have to make a stun check?
Technically, within the rules, no. Normally, we have in the past gone that rule, but technically, no.
All right, then let's
So
just
I'll leave that up to you.
now that since it's edged attacks, they have to deal enough damage to get past your shield. However, blunt attacks, I would argue, still could. That seem fair to everyone?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So his
Works for me.
javelin deflects clean off the shield. This one up here on the cliff is going to make another throw attack. It is another yellow, but once again, it deflects clean off the shield. It is now the top of the round. Multiple actions.
I am going to say no.
Alrighty, it is your move.
And instead, I'm going to strike this one in front of me with my temporal blade.
Drake Monstrous 50, is that a yellow?
Well, Monstrous 50. That is a green.
Alright. And then with your temporal blade, how much damage do you do?
An extra 20.
On top of the initial 90, right?
Yes, correct.
Colby, do tell me, where would you like to send this poor soul's body?
Into the other guy?
Yeah, into the other guy.
To hell.
Alright, so after they miss with all their javelins, you decide to uppercut this guy, clean up the cliff. I will not allow the guy at the top of the cliff to dodge because you currently... Well, no, he has a -1 column shift to evade, right?
I believe so.
So he is going to attempt at a -1. That is a green, so he manages to kind of wiggle over and dodge the body flying through the air. Can he still attack while in a partial hold?
I believe so, yes.
In that case, I'm going to assume also at a -1 column shift, he will attempt a ranged attack and misses entirely. In fact, the spear doesn't even fly through the air, it instead kind of drops down and bounces off the rocks and the ground. This one is going to jump down the rocks over here, approach you from behind, and is going to make a strength check to try to grapple you. However, he cannot seem to get a good grasp of you due to your temporal shield surrounding your body. With that, top of the round, multiple actions.
Yes.
Alrighty, that is a yellow for sure. Drake, what does he need for a red?
Let me pull it up real quick.
Monstrous, he needs an 81 to 85 for a red. So that is a red. So you get 3 actions this turn on top of the 2, right?
I believe that's correct. Yes, Blaine?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. If that's what you're aiming for, yes.
Good sir, I believe you have the floor. There are 2 Echidna warriors remaining.
Okay, so for my first thing, I want to use my telekinesis to pick up this rock.
Alright. So do you remove the partial hold on this guy at the top?
Do I need to? Because I can keep multiple psychic abilities active at a time, right?
You can, which is why I'm just asking so I know.
So no, I do not. I do not. And then I want to fling it at this brother here.
Alrighty. So go ahead and give me that psyche roll to see if you can lift the rock. And with that, I would say you are successful in lifting it and throwing it. That is a yellow, I believe. So, yellow on the throwing blunt is... Okay, it just says a hit. Alright, so I'm still new. What do we calculate for damage on thrown objects? Is it material?
Strength rank. Strength rank specifically.
Normally, it's strength rank based on your throw. In this case, I believe, unless somebody...
Yeah, I believe this would be psyche rank for you if you're using your psyche.
It'll be psyche, so it'll go off my psyche rank damage instead of strength.
Alrighty. You nail him with this rock, and because you did not release your partial hold, he is not flung by the weight of it. You have 4 moves remaining.
Okay, is he still?
He is
still up.
He's still kicking. That one hurt him, but he looks like he's got some struggle left in him as he is still trying to figure out what is keeping him at bay.
I'm gonna smash him with the rock again.
Is that 87 the
Yellow.
new roll? Yellow, you managed to do that.
Yeah.
This time, knocking him out as he collapses to the ground. You have the one remaining warrior that is still attempting to grab a hold of you. He now looks like you have put the fear of God in him.
Alright, these octopuses playing gaming are fighting. They're fighting back. I'm gonna Spartan kick this fucker.
As you
Might
lift,
hit? Maybe? It might be green?
Oh no.
yeah, as you lift
No,
your leg
fuck.
up and go for the Spartan kick, he manages to just slip the leg.
Alright, so then I'm gonna follow up with a punch.
And you nail him dead in the jaw, laying him out into the sand. With that, go ahead and collect. What is 14 times 4? Anybody on the top of your head? 56?
Yeah.
Collect 56 rings. You can just use your resource tab. We won't be using the resource tab for anything else this session. And that encounter is over, as you are now free to move unimpeded through the canyon.
Carry on.
Alright, as you make your way down, I'll go ahead and move your counter for you. To about right here, you would notice another Echidna warrior up ahead around this bend. Do you want to keep the same initiative order? Technically, I would say, unless he passes this check, he has not seen you yet. Which, to your knowledge, it would appear that he has not noticed you. So if you would like to take any actions before initiating the next combat, you can feel free to do so.
Great question. Great question. So, I think I'm gonna take a second to mend the wound they struck me.
Okay. And I believe you don't have
Just
to
the-
roll to do so, you just do it?
Yes. Yes, I just do. Just do. So then. Hey Logan, I have a very interesting idea.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to go back a little bit. Hang on, actually, this one may do fine. I want to say that I used my telekinesis to pick up that rock.
Okay.
And then I want to set it on the ground in front of me, still holding the telekinesis.
Alright.
And then, as I run forward, I want to keep using my telekinesis to push it forward. And do you know Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom?
Go ahead and elaborate, because it's been a long time.
The giant rock that Indiana Jones has to run away from, it's trying to crush him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for here.
All right, so you just want to roll the rock, and you're running with the rock.
Yes, I'm running behind it as I'm using my telekinesis to push it along.
All right, let's see. That rock is fairly large. Not big enough, though. So which one? Are you going to the one you can see to the left there?
Yeah.
You manage to sprint your way forward. He will notice the giant boulder cascading down the canyon. The question is, can he evade it? I will say that is a definite no. So go ahead and just give me a roll. Let's see how fast you get this boulder moving on your psyche check. All right. Yellow thrown blunt is a stun, right? Throwing
No.
hit, just a hit. All right, you managed to hit, dealing 40 damage. And I'm going to argue that it does quite a bit more damage as you manage to squish him between the boulder and this rock here. And we're going to say that that puts you right here. And let me draw. There is now a big old boulder right here. It is now officially initiation. Do you want to keep your original roll or roll new ones?
I'll roll a new one.
Alright, they will do the same. And you will be going first. Top of the round, multiple actions.
Yes.
Fuck. 21
That is a green monstrous.
is a green.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I think is enough to get 2 additional actions, right? You are really bad about not stating how many you're going for.
If he's using monsters, it should be fine. For the two specifically.
Yep. So I'll allow it this once, Colby, but in the future you'll have to declare 2 or 3. But you get your 2 additional actions for a total of 4.
Yes, sir. My bad.
Oh, you're good. These guys are very weary as they seem to have not yet noticed you behind the boulder. They are very confused, and this one actually runs up to try to assist his friend who is pinched in between the boulder and the wall.
Okay, so I want to slip out and run up to him,
All right.
and then I will strike him. It gets a miss.
Yes. So white.
All right. As
Let's
you
try it again.
sprinting around the boulder and you go to strike him, he is startled and kind of stumbles back, dodging your first punch. However, the second one manages to land once again, bouncing his head off of the boulder and knocking him out cold. You have
Okay.
2 actions remaining.
Okay. For my next action, I want to use my telekinesis to grab this guy and pull him to me, because I'm assuming he's up on like a high.
Yeah, this is a
So I'm assuming this is.
bridge on top of the pillar.
Yeah. Oh, that's a miss and a half.
Yes.
Yeah, you seem to lose focus as you go to grab him with your telekinesis. And I believe that was your last action, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Alright, with that, this echidna over here to the left lifts out a brass horn and begins blowing through, releasing an alarm of sorts, echoing through the canyon, and begins to work his way around over here. This one to the right throws another javelin at you, and it just bounces off of your shield, kind of deflecting on your shoulder pad, so to speak. And with that, top of the round, multiple actions.
No. Let's say no.
This one to the left is going to attempt for multiple actions. And does not succeed. It is your move, sir.
So, I want to use my telekinesis to rip the bottom out of the little column holding it up.
Alrighty. I would say you only need a green. And with that, you do so, collapsing the entire bridge to the ground. He plummets a good 20-25 feet, which I do not know how fall damage works in Marvel Forever. Do either of you have the...
There is a thing for it. I'd have to look it up again, though. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Say the rules for it. I remember we did it one time before. I tried to drop someone from a ridiculously high height, and the Marvel Forever rules didn't allot for that much damage. So I'd say it's whatever you perceive to be as worthy damage, because the Marvel Forever rules are not great for it. Because I remember I tried to drop a T-Rex from like well over 200 feet in the sky, and the Marvel Forever rules didn't really allow for that to do the damage that should have been done from that.
Okay, I'm going to say
I think you should make your own rules for that.
With the added rubble and stuff, he falls down, kind of getting covered in a bunch of stones, burying him a little bit. However, he does manage to stumble his way up. He is staggered and looking fairly hurt.
I don't remember if we ever rectified that, but I don't think we did, because I think we stopped trying to make fall damage, like, as players.
Yeah, it just never really came up again, really.
I foresee with Colby's power set it becoming prevalent.
Yeah, I can see it.
So
I can see it actually.
That is something we'll have to think about. But he does look pretty hurt.
I can make it really prevalent because you see. So I have one more action left, right?
Yes.
Okay. So. See, I've thought about this. In the off season. I've had time to think. And now that he's fallen, I'm gonna run up to the rubble, say right here, and then I'm gonna use levitation to levitate him up.
Ooh,
and
interesting. I will
and with my max distance. Sorry, continue.
I am gonna say I'm gonna let him make an endurance roll to try to resist being levitated by you, but continue what you were saying in the beginning.
Okay. I've looked up the area of movement I can levitate with, and I think I can levitate currently a maximum of 40 feet into the air. So, if he fails this, I want to levitate him the 40 feet up and then drop him again.
Alright, well, he in fact does not. As you begin to levitate, as the rocks and rubble around you begin to float with you, he, however, simply grabs the ground and comes to a dead halt as you float away. Given this fact, would you still float the 40 feet or stop?
Nah, I'd stop. I'd stop.
All right, we'll say that you stopped about 7 feet off the ground then. And with that, this one actually is going to jump off of the cliff and attempt to tackle you out of the air. That being said, would that be akin to a grapple feat, do you think? What do we think would be the roll for that? Endurance,
I
right?
would say grapple.
I know endurance if you're charging somebody. But we can do a strength check. Alright, he does manage to grab hold. It is not enough to get a full hold. So, as you're floating in the air, he manages to land, grabbing a hold of your arm, kind of pulling you down a few feet. You are still floating in the air, though. And this other one is going to stand up now that you've been lowered a few feet, and he jabs with his javelin. Of course, with that roll, he accidentally stabs his friend with a nat 1, boys and girls.
What a legend.
That one takes
Best
his
teammate.
damage. Give him another roll. And after being stabbed by his teammate, the one that had grabbed hold of you falls to the ground and just kind of looks at him like, what the fuck, man? Top of the round, your move. Multiple actions?
No. I'm gonna say no.
Alright.
Okay, so that guy on the ground, I just want to like float up about 10 feet and then let go of my levitation. And then I want to just fucking like knee drop on him.
Alrighty, I will say that you will get to add a column shift to your damage.
Okay.
However, with that miss, you don't collide with him as he rolls out of the way. The rock that you land on with your knee, however, explodes into millions of little pieces. And that man looking at the rock is shook.
Wait, Monstrous 18? That's a green.
Oh, is it a green?
That's a green.
I stand corrected. That man's skull is shook
Aha!
as he is knocked out. My apologies. Dang.
Yeah.
Monstrous 18?
I felt like it
16.
was, but I'd asked
16's the
before,
minimum for
and you
green.
said it
Okay,
wasn't.
16. 16,
Well,
okay.
I really felt it was, but I wasn't going to argue with you. I've
Well,
done too much arguing with Blaine about stuff I wasn't going to argue.
No. Next time,
I was just
argue
gonna
with me.
Except to move the fuck on.
I'm new to the system. Next time, argue with me. So his skull takes the place of the rock. And this man with that is actually going to run away. So with that, you can get another 56 rings into your resources, and you are free to continue throughout the canyon.
I carry on.
Alright, I do
This man is lucky I'm not here for blood.
I need to move a few things on this map real quick. Alright. Drag our banner. Come with me on a journey to the Echidna Temple. You are at the large gate. As the canyon opens up, you would see this gate as you run through. You see that the Echidna ahead of you have been alerted to your presence and have kind of massed. You can assume that they were alerted by the horn that went off in the last encounter. They look very eager to fight you.
Okay, that makes this easy. I gotta track anybody down. All in the same place.
There is some truth to that. Now, that being said, they are not directly charging you, although they do not appear to be trying to initiate any conversation or dialogue. They seem to be waiting anxiously. So I'll give you a moment if you want to try something to avoid conflict. You're free to try, but given their body language, you can assume any attempts could be futile.
When I step in, I want to say that, listen, regardless of what happens here, I am taking that gem. So either you can step aside and let me take it, or I can step over your broken bodies to do it.
That sounds like
I'm gonna try to intimidate them.
sounds like an intimidation check, which is your reason, correct?
Yes, that would be reason. Who's gonna avoid?
These they all kind of look at each other, and then immediately all start charging you. So I'm going to move each one
All right.
squares forward, and we will roll initiation.
All right, guys. In the future, when you hear about the Great Echidna Massacre, I tried.
Thank you for your attempts.
I tried.
All right. They are going to roll initiation as one.
There's a reason why Knuckles is the only notable echidna.
And once again, you are going first.
Although that could be said for a lot of the animals in Sonic, but we'll move away from that.
Love it.
So, top of the round, multiple actions.
Yes.
All right, 2
Go
or
for
3.
3.
That is
Fuck.
not it.
That is not it.
You
That
went
is
for
not it.
strength. You went for strength. All right, so you
That's
do
good.
not get a -3 in your fighting, but any strength checks will be done at a -3.
Yes.
Good, sir. It's your move.
So funnily enough, based on the way the map is fallen, I actually had to move Blaine's image over so I could move my character. He was perfectly blocking it, right? Couldn't move it. Oh, you know what? That's not the case. I just don't have access to move it. Wait, now I do. Now I do. What the fuck? That's
Yeah,
weird.
that's funny because I didn't change anything. Also, let it be known,
It would let me move it. No.
I have not had to do that on any of these maps so far. Knock on wood.
Man, I don't know how I fucked that up in DXD.
Irregardless,
I have to play with that a little more.
sir, whose skull are you breaking first?
This dude on the right. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna just follow with a kick.
Well, as I've learned, you only need a 16 for a green, so I'm going to assume 44 is, Oh! This is not even
Green.
monstrous either. It's, fantastic is after monstrous, right?
Wondrous is after monsters.
Wondrous. Okay, so that is a 44 wondrous.
That is a green.
Alright. And your strength is, you do 90 damage, correct? So
Yes.
you run up and with a roundhouse kick, lay him clean out into the dirt. The echidnas that were all charging it up to this point start slowing down a little bit in reasonable surprise.
Then I'm gonna just take out that one too.
All right, that is end of the green, and he narrate how you lay him out, Colby. I like when you get descriptive.
I just would want to, after kicking that other guy, I would just want to turn and sidestep towards him, and then just deliver like a Superman punch.
Oh hell yeah! And he falls clean onto his back, lights out. You do note though that you are not. Most of these you are not killing. You are just laying them out.
Yes.
Yeah, we hadn't discussed whether you were intentionally holding back or not, but even with full power, they are still breathing. Some of them with more difficulty than others. And with that display, I am going to make a few rolls.
Oh shit, with Wondrous, Colby, you have to roll an 11 to get a green. 11 or higher.
Nice. 11 or higher? Fuck.
Okay.
Never hit that.
I know, it's such a high roll.
So this one charges forward towards you and gives out a jab with its javelin. And might be a red. What is a 95 excellent, Drake?
95 excellent. That is a red.
All right. Red edged attack, I believe, is a kill.
Let me look at the other thing.
And does that still count, considering that he cannot deal more damage than your shield, though? Edged attack is a kill move.
Yes.
Leave that up to you, sir.
What was that?
Then I'm gonna leave that up to you, sir.
Well, are there rules for that we can think of on the top of our head?
I
argue-
can't rightly remember anything specifying kill. No.
I would argue then, in my mind, at least in this instance, the kill and your body resistance, well, the shield being the same amount as the damage, I will just argue that he manages to find a weak point and is able to deal normal damage with the kill move. So it doesn't, you don't have to make a check to not die, but it will just do the normal damage in this instance. And
That's
so
what you want to do? That works for me.
go ahead and just take the 20 damage from the javelin. However, with all those other rolls I made, you notice as he slashes towards you, and presumably what allowed him to actually hit you, is the rest of these echidna just ran away. They are in the background, nothing but a cloud of dust. And it is the top of the round. Your move.
Okay. What a man. I'm gonna levitate him.
I'm assuming with him.
No, just him.
Oh, you're just levitating him. Okay.
Just levitating him.
Let's see. I'm going to give him an endurance check to try to resist. He does manage to resist and keeps himself planted on the ground. He does seem to be a little off balance, though, at your attempt.
Alright. I'm gonna try it again.
All right. He does not have any more defensive moves, so this time you just freely float them up in the air.
All right. So then I'm just gonna while he's floating, I'm just gonna stroll past. Carry on.
Okay, you do it. And as you approach the temple, I'll go ahead and let you move your guy. Around the time you start walking over this bridge in the center, you would take note of 2 additional guards standing next to the stairs. You do notice, however, that they are not wielding the typical javelins alone. They also have larger halberds that seem to be much more distinguished and well crafted.
They got the good shit.
And they ready their weapons as you approach.
Alright, difficult to move my character again.
Still having difficulty. I lost it. Where am I?
You are in front of the building. Let's see.
And it's moving appears to be my weakness.
Here, let me move you up here to this bridge.
Okay.
And
Right.
does that fix it for you?
It's just
No,
all the
fuck,
shit I gotta
moving
do. I
my
had to
only
move
weakness.
Blaine again. And then I had to resize the map again. Fuck, if I put Blaine there, I won't be able to move again. So Blaine, you're going over there again?
I took all of your portraits and just shoved them all the way in the left side of the screen, down in the corner.
Oh, so. I'm assuming initiation?
We can assume so. They are going to roll. And unsurprisingly, you yet again go first.
This is consistent. Alright, I want to run up to this guy.
Alright.
And then I'm going to strike him. This time using my temporal blade.
Alrighty. That hits with at least a green. What does he need on Wondrous 29? What does he need for a yellow, Drake?
For a yellow, 46 minimum.
Okay. So it is just a green. You do notice as you punch these ones, their armor appears to be much higher quality, as not all of your damage is able to go through, assuming that your temporal blade does not have an effect that cuts through armor. I don't fully remember what I wrote for that.
It does not.
Okay.
It does not.
And how much damage did it add to your attack?
20.
Okay, that being said, with your right hook across the jaw, while he doesn't take the full amount of damage, he spits out quite a bit of blood, and you think you notice a tooth or two come out the bottom of his helmet. He is still standing, though.
Okay, I'm going to follow up with the second one.
Alrighty. This one, however, lays him flat out on the ground. As this one charges forward and lunges at you with his halberd. But you manage to easily slip the lunge. Top of the round, he is going to go for multiple actions. Knowing that, would you like to go for multiple actions?
Yes. I'm gonna go for 2.
Alrighty, you get him. It is your move, sir.
So, this in mind, going to strike him.
All right, yellow blunt is stunned, correct?
Slam to be.
Let's see. Yellow. Slam. Slam. Okay, so he's going to make his endurance check. Alright. That is... Sorry, I'm moving windows around real quick so I can see the roll and the chart. 93. It is not a red, meaning that on a yellow slam check, he is staggered. So you lay into him with a really good punch, dropping him down to one knee. He is now staggered.
With your new rolls means what again?
He gets a -1 column shift to any defensive actions he takes in his turn until he is able to use half of his movement to stand back up. With that, you still have... No, that was your second turn?
That was
Wait.
my first.
Oh, right. You rolled for multiple actions. So you still have
Yes.
three more.
I have two left.
You rolled for 2. You start with
Should have
2,
two
so
left.
you should have 4 total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go for a kick on the second one.
Alright, with that, you fling him against the wall over here, and he collapses into the stairs. For each of them, you can add... Oh, and you also got 14 rings for each person in the last one, so that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 14 times 8 for the rings from the previous encounter. These ones each give you 30 apiece.
Okay.
So you have a hefty amount of rings, good sir. And the way is clear for you to make your way up the temple. And as you approach the top, I will now reveal what you find. Reveal area. As you approach the top, you see the Chaos Emerald you are trying to retrieve. But you are brought to a stop.
Oh Lord, you big.
You are stopped by an older gentleman. Let me swap our music over. As unless you decide to open this conversation with a left hook, we are no longer in combat. Young man, I ask that you cease this unnecessary violence. You will not find what you seek. Grabbing the emerald for yourself. I politely ask that you turn and leave this sacred ground.
All I seek is the protection of the world and its denizens. Clearly, you echidnas, as I have proven, are not capable of protecting.
While that may be true, when comparing the riffraff left here against a noble as yourself, it is only because your people have drawn our strongest warriors from our sacred lands. The emerald stood here, safe, for centuries before you came. Why must the fighting happen? Answer me this. To what ends did you expect to protect the world? If no harm needed come, if not from your hands.
The stars tell a very important story of danger that exists out there. And if no harm were to come of this, and this seedless, this war was entirely unnecessary, I would be none the happier for it. But clearly, when we suggested that we combine forces, your people took that as a slight. And all we wanted was to guard both of our gems under a combined force. But your people were not satisfied with that. We just couldn't let the possibility of such power falling into the wrong hands, even if it were to never come. It was bad enough that we were able to find it. If we could find yours, so can others. All I am doing is stopping a possible future. And for that, I would sacrifice everything.
Well, young man, you pose two important questions that I plan to answer in one move now. You ask if we are strong enough to protect it, and if you are strong enough to take it. May my disciple here prove to us all which truth is the one that will remain. As he takes a few steps back. Oh, and then as he finished those words, he backs up, slams his staff on the ground, as this woman that was standing behind him begins to walk forward. Show to everyone. Now emanating in a sort of red aura around her. And it is very clear that she is walking towards you with the intent to fight. Please roll initiation for me.
Oh, I don't think I'm going first.
Let me come back over here. Well, I can confirm you will indeed not be striking the first blood, as in what started as a slow walk, suddenly she just seems to vanish for a second. But as your eyes adjust, you realize that no, it was a very quick lunge forward as she begins to swing. Let me come back over here to this place.
Little mama fast.
And she real quick. Ooh, I need to roll for him as well. Roll his initiation. Okay. She swings with a right hook, and you, although she closed the distance with quite speed, it was a little overzealous, and you were able to slip a punch. She comes in with a second punch. And this one.
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Oh, never mind. I will check it myself. The new chart checker has left. 49.
Blade Choppler.
And
Fuck
that
you mean?
is a yellow, so that is a slam check. Colby, coming at you.
How much damage?
This damage, get ready. She does 110 damage.
Oh my lord, Lil Mama's strong.
She swole. She fucking
Lil
swole.
Mama's strong. Oh my lord in heaven.
Little mama pop.
As she throws that punch and it connects, your vision goes from her to the old man. Give me a insight check.
Intuition?
Yes, you know what I mean. There is only one stat
Double
that
check it,
begins
double
with
check
an
it.
I.
You're correct, but I don't like to make assumptions.
Yeah.
I am you and isn't bitch.
That is, in fact, a white. I will still give you. You seem to associate the power as not second nature to her. It seems to be a little unwieldy for her at this moment. Almost as if this power has not always been hers. But outside of that, you are uncertain as to what is causing this reaction in her. Unearthly 38 is a green. Green on the endurance means I believe you are staggered.
I believe that is correct.
Slam, green. Nope, you are slammed one area. So you get knocked 4 squares back down the stairs. And she's going to hold her third action and stand guard at the top of the stairs. It is now your turn, sir.
Okay. Oh my lord. Lil Mama's a monster. Okay. Okay, so okay, so can I make another reason check on the chief to determine to see if he's doing something fucky with her power? Or intuition,
would you-
whatever you.
Yeah, I was just to say, would you argue that it is a reason check instead of an intuition check? If you have a good reason as to why you would your character.
I could see it being that I've already intuited that there's something weird going on with her power. So now I'm just searching to see if there's some sort of outside source of it.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Karma.
Okay. Karma
Thank
was
God.
declared.
Thank God it's a karma.
I will say you need a yellow to get the full picture. Remarkable
Okay.
30 to get a yellow. You need 66.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right. So as you notice all this and the information is reeling in your head, you think back to when the chief slammed his staff on the ground, and there seems to be a direct connection in between the staff and Palms herself. and upon focusing your mental prowess, you can in fact feel a kind of a link between his own psionic power being channeled through the staff into her.
Okay. Okay, so then if I'm gonna have any shot at winning this, I need to make this play. So I'm gonna try to grab his staff with my telekinesis and pull it to me.
All right, go ahead and roll. Okay, that is incredible 35, Drake.
Incredible 35. That is a white.
It's white.
All right.
You were one off. You need a 36.
You still have one action.
Yes, I'm gonna try it again.
That is better.
There we go. That's better.
In fact, I do believe that is a.
Oh
Go ahead.
no! Continue. Sorry.
That is yellow.
Is a yellow. What were you about to explain before I break your heart and soul?
Nope, it's good. You can break my heart and soul first. It can happen after.
Drake, what is a 32 amazing? No, not amazing. Which one is 80? Is wonderful? No,
Monstrous is 80.
monstrous 80. Okay,
And you rolled a. Wait, what was it? 30 what?
32. Monstrous.
That's a green.
Colby, you notice as you attempt to grab the staff with your telekinesis that you do feel the connection grab. You feel you grab onto it, but then it is almost like all your psionic abilities are just turned off for a moment.
Oh, I feel like these fuckers are like they must be channeling the power of the gym. Must be.
Channeling the power of what?
I feel like they must be using the gym in some way. But carry on.
He takes
Make peace, not war.
a few steps backwards, and you notice that he doesn't do anything else on his turn, though. It is the top of the round. Multiple
Okay.
actions.
Okay. Hang on. I wasn't done my turn yet.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm out of actions, but I'm still not done. So with that in mind, I'm gonna. You know what? I just want to levitate up by 40 feet.
Okay. With that,
That'll
she,
be-
yeah, top of the round, multiple actions.
Oh yes.
Hey, there you go.
Two. Sorry, I didn't say it, but I was thinking it.
All right, so you now have a total of 4 actions. Similar to Drake's games, by the way, if you guys haven't picked up, however many you say you're rolling for, you just get that many on top of your normal actions. Case that was.
I see, sir.
All right. On her turn, she runs over and is going to try to rip this pillar up out of the ground. That does not, I don't believe. Although I have learned that some of these are really low at the higher power ranks. She needs. Okay, no, she does. Holy shit. And she is going to attempt to throw the pillar at you. And. Alright, that is a green. So this pillar comes hurling at you, and it is going to hit you if you do not take a defensive action.
I want to use my telekinesis to catch it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Give me a second. Roll. You begin to grab a hold of it with your telekinesis, and you do manage to get a hold of it. However, it was thrown with such force that it drives into you regardless. However, you guys said that it is used, does the damage equal to what they used to throw it, right? So like it's a ranged attack, so it would deal her agility damage? Or was
I think it's I believe she'd use strength, bro. I think. Yeah.
Oh, even if she used agility and it's still a blunt object, it'd still be strength, unless you want to make a special ruling.
Colby wishes I did.
I say
100.
cost of my life.
Huh?
Huh?
I say the cost of my life.
Take 110 damage, Colby.
Ow.
With that, she walks over next to the chief and ends her turn. It's your move.
They're trying really hard. They're trying really hard.
You insulted their pride as a people, Colby. They're not pulling no punches.
Alright, so I'm gonna dash up. Okay.
Her
I'm gonna
eyes
start-
are trained on you the entire time, by the way.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I'm gonna try to fucking take that staff from him.
Shove it up his ass.
Grab it. I'm gonna grab it.
All
Give me
right.
that fucking staff, you old coot.
I'm assuming this is similar to like a grapple check. Does he make a check to try to keep hold of it?
There should be a grab set up on the chart, Drake. There should be a grab
Alright, let me look.
set up on the chart.
You got a yellow with that,
For grab attempt.
So let me see what the grab thing is.
75.
Grabbing. Yellow, since you're over yellow, that is a grab.
Okay, but does he attempt to grab a hold of it, or is that just you snatch it?
I can't specifically remember.
I am
I
going
don't know if Blaine remembers anything or not.
In this moment, I'm going to make a ruling.
There's a catching mechanic, right?
There is, but I'm just trying
strength,
to grab it.
his strength is very, very low. So I'm just going to make a ruling that because you outpower him so much, he only has 4 strength. You just yoink it. And you do notice the red aura around her ceases. You have 3 actions.
Ha! Well, let's see what you got, little mama. I'm gonna fucking... I'm a decker.
Okay. That is possibly a red. Remember, Drake, it's not monstrous, it is wonderful.
Yes.
Or wondrous.
Wondrous.
No, it is monstrous. I'm retarded.
Okay. Let's see,
Spectacular
you got
and
85.
fantastic are after amazing, then monstrous. Okay, never mind. I see my mistake.
You got a yellow.
Alright, so
Wait,
you got...
you make sure it looks that right. Never mind, no, that's a red. That is a red.
That is a red. Which means it is a stun check. She will try to make. Alright. 82, excellent, Drake.
A2 excellent. Alright.
I believe she'll still be staggered. I think that's a yellow.
That is a yellow.
Alright, and then on the chart for stun check, yellow is no. Okay, so it's just no.
No.
You do still deal the 90 damage, correct?
Yes.
It's
Correct.
a lot better. It's a lot bigger.
So, real quick, I gotta do some math. And you lay her out into this pillar, and she is knocked out cold. You have 2 actions remaining. And this old man stands before you absolutely stunned, bewildered, and full of fear and surprise.
I want to look at him as I want to toss the staff on the ground and. I'm not interested in murdering old men and women. As I'm gonna just start walking towards the gem.
All right. As you hold your hand out to the gem, you feel a certain connection in your psionic abilities to the gem itself as it begins to shrink down into size. Let me zoom way in because it's tiny now. And you can add a blue gem to your character sheet. More than that, I can come down here because I have a thing for this. And then how do I show to players, show to everyone? Bam! Have a handout.
Oh, nice.
Ignore the description for now, though.
Okay.
As you now have the
I
gem,
already read it by the time you said that, but
I
I'll
also
still
read it too.
ignore it.
and you begin to make your way back to the battlefield that you initially were fleeing. The sounds of
Yes.
battle still ring ahead of you as you approach, although way quieter than before. As you enter your way into the battlefield, you see before you nothing but destruction and chaos. Mind you, quite literally. And before you
Oh
lies
shit.
the one person that you never thought you would see lying defeated on the ground in front of you is your father.
Papa!
Like from Sonic Adventures. It's cool.
I had to work really hard to get this image the way I wanted it to. Don't look too hard, you'll see the scene. You sprint up to your father, and he simply asks, "My son, did you retrieve the gem?"
I have.
He weakly holds up a hand, grabbing a hold of your face, pulling you close. "The rest of the future falls to you. You know what to do. Make me proud. Save our people and the world." As he collapsed to the ground. Also, again, apologies. I need to be able... How do I show... I can't actually show him to y'all because he didn't even get his own character sheet, so y'all can just zoom in all the way. And with
Does
that,
look familiar?
he falls down, his hand collapsing into the dirt. You look up at this monstrosity, and it becomes all too clear what you have to do as you sprint forward, slamming the gem into the center of its chest as it explodes into a giant chorus of light. And with that, we fade to black.
Ghost try, keep me out till dawn. Catch my breath, cause there's bricks stacked on my chest. Ghost hide in the back of my head, whispering things, thinking maybe I'm dead. Ghost try, make the mornings long, pulling my strings, but I won't let them haunt my dreams. Ripped open, my eyes are harder now. I'm hoping all my demons settle down. I'm choking on the words inside my mouth. Maybe it's just this fucking town. They're moving furniture across the house, abusing every time I get blacked out. Confusing, make believe with paper crowns. Baby, I'm breaking at the sound. Ghost hide at the foot of my bed, crying again over something I said. Ghost try, keep me out till dawn. Can't catch my breath, cause there's bricks stacked on my chest. Ghost hide in the back of my head, whispering things, thinking maybe I'm dead. Ghost try, make the mornings long, pulling my strings, but I won't let them haunt my dreams. Ghost hide at the foot of my bed, crying again over something I said. Ghost try, keep me up till dawn. Can't catch my breath, cause there's bricks stacked on my chest. Ghost hide in the back of my head, whispering things, thinking maybe I'm